GM Crypto News here. It is March 9th. If you're preferring this video, please description below in the take for the showing me tokens. And again, no webcam today because my computer's still bugging out, but it will be fixed at some point. It's just that I gotta find the time to do it. But as you guys can see from Bitcoin, we are still going lower. And what is definitely possible at this point, or very most likely, is that a retest of this wick here of 78.8278K is going to be the next stop. And might see that until tomorrow. We'll see what happens after that, and perhaps there'll be a bounce after that. Maybe it'll tap 78K, and then we'll see some sort of a bounce, maybe back up here or something. We'll have to see what happens. But what we also see is that the last support for the bull market thesis to still stay true is 74K, and it is possible it can test that as well. The chart is still bearish here, but we're going to have to see what happens if this is going to be the final stop or not. And I don't really see it going much lower than 74K. If it does, then well, we have to get a super catalyst. But yeah, that is essentially the case for it. And if you guys can see from everything, nothing is strong right now. Even altcoins, very weak. I mean, altcoins are testing the trend line here. Maybe that could signify a bottom. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, we might see a bit more red today and tomorrow. And then after that, perhaps a bounce. We'll see how far that bounce takes us. It depends on the demand for Bitcoin. But yeah, and liquidation heat map wise, well, I looked at the 6 month, and liquidation is actually very hot at 65K, which is around here, which is absolutely insane. I don't know if it will go down there, but we'll have to see what happens. And liquidation heat map, it doesn't really update the true price here, but probably 78K is most likely the next stop. And altcoin wise, on Solana and Base, nothing is strong. Everything is pretty much down a lot, and everyone is bag holding on crypto Twitter, a lot of people. So very sucky times. And I want to talk about briefly a rant about these altcoins where a lot of people are bag holding, round tripping, but you got to realize that, I know this is a hindsight thing, but when you are up so much, you probably want to stable up at some point. And yeah, this is just a message that the altcoins, their true destination is zero, and you always try to play these to outperform Bitcoin. The only thing that's going to have any type of value at the long run is Bitcoin, not the altcoin. So keep that in mind, I suppose. And holder scan wise, well, nothing really looks that great here. And I mean, the altcoin sector is just cooked. So let's look at the tweets here. I'm just going to briefly talk about them, but it's very interesting to me. Grok is not just shilling the ought to be, but is actively trying to think of ways, market it, and increase awareness. Best KO in the game who won't dump on you. There's a token that but its trenches rallies around while others bleed out. So Grok has been creating the D ought to be token, the debt relief. And I'm going to show you guys this chart here. So I just folded up. It is somewhat of a runner. Only ran to 17 million. Just marketing conditions. These are horrible. But a Grok AI token here. We'll have to see what happens, but this is probably the latest narrative. I don't really have any thoughts on it because I haven't super researched it, but I think it is probably one of the more interesting things lately, especially when I was scrolling through crypto Twitter and the base people were super shilling this everywhere. Most likely that's some sort of a top signal, but we'll have to see what happens. So the last tweet here is pretty dry because people are just absolutely executed, but this is insane. An AI agent manages 50 social media accounts simultaneously, likely a strong indicator of what's account, but not just socials, but games, chat center, assistants, much more. Yep, look at this, bro. They're essentially making all of these social media accounts managed by one AI, and this is just the beginning. Imagine the future where this is scalable to like 1,000, and you won't know what's true on the the websites anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. Nothing really that much to say because it's a pretty dry day today. But yeah, in summary, most likely we have to go lower before we go higher, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys.